وألف بين قلوبهم لو أنفقت ما في الأرض جميعا ما ألفت بين قلوبهم ولكن الله ألف بينهم إنه عزيز حكيم.
8:63. Even if you had spent all that is on the earth, you could not have bound their hearts together, but God has bound them together. Surely, He is mighty and wise.
Hey there, and welcome. It's amazing how sometimes a single sentence can hold an entire universe of meaning. And today we're diving into one of those. It's a really profound verse from the Quran that asks this incredibly personal, kind of challenging question about the secrets we all keep. So let's get right into it and unpack this powerful message. So here it is. This is the verse we're going to be breaking down together. And right off the bat, you can see the structure is pretty interesting, right? It kicks off with a question, then it lays out a condition, asks the question again, and then wraps up with this really powerful statement. So how does all that fit together? Let's take it piece by piece. All right, so where do we even begin? Well, the beginning seems like a good place, right? With that very first direct challenge. What's so striking is that this verse doesn't ease you in. Nope, it just jumps right into the deep end, straight to the heart of the issue. Just look at how direct that language is. This isn't some vague philosophical statement about loyalty. No, it's a personal question, aims directly at you, the reader. And it immediately makes you stop and think, doesn't it? It forces you to look inward and ask, hey, are my loyalties divided? Am I hiding something? Maybe even for myself? What a powerful way to kick things off. And that opening question, it really sets the stage for the core conflict of the whole verse. It's all about this tension, this tug of war between our outward actions and our inner feelings. And this really lays that conflict out perfectly. Look, on one hand, you've got the outward action, what everyone sees, striving in my way. That's your declared mission, your commitment. But then, on the other hand, you have this hidden, private reality, a secret affection. The verse is basically drawing a line in the sand between your stated purpose and what's really going on in your heart. So you can see how the verse builds its case, step by step. First, it's like, okay, I see your goal, you're striving, you're seeking pleasure. Step 2, it points out the hidden reality, the thing you think no one knows about. And then step 3, it hits you with the big question. How can both of these things be true at the same time? It's really asking, are your actions in your heart? Are they actually in sync? Okay, and right here, the verse takes a major turn. It's been questioning us, our secrets. But now it completely flips the script. We're shifting from our limited human point of view to something, well, divine and all-knowing. And this last line, this is the mic drop. It's the key that unlocks the whole thing. It's such a simple but incredibly profound statement, and it completely changes the game. That secret affection we were just talking about, well, guess what? It's not a secret. Not at all. This one line makes it impossible to even think about hiding what's truly in your heart. So the issue isn't really the secret, is it? It's the attempt to have a secret in the first place. The big idea here is what we call omniscience, basically the state of knowing everything. And the verse isn't just throwing that idea out there, it's using it to define the entire relationship. It's saying that complete, total sincerity is the only way to go, because at the end of the day, there are no hidden corners, no secret loyalties that aren't seen. Which leads to the question, what does that mean for us? All right, so we've walked through the question, the conflict, and that final, all-knowing declaration. Let's pull it all together. What's the one big message this verse is really trying to get across? Well, it's pretty clear, right? This whole verse is a powerful challenge to our own sincerity. It exposes that gap that can exist between what we do and what we mean. It reminds us that, trying to keep a secret from the divine is, well, impossible. And it all boils down to one central idea: the absolute need to get our inner self and our outer self on the same page. So let's just take one last look at the full verse. Now that we've broken it down, when you read it, you can really feel the power of that structure, can't you? That challenging question, the head-on conflict, and then that final, all-knowing conclusion. It's like a whole journey of self-reflection, all wrapped up in just a couple of lines. And that leaves us with a really powerful question to chew on. The verse seems to say that our actions and our feelings need to be in perfect harmony. But what do you think really defines someone's faith? Is it the things they do, the outward actions? Or is it what's going on inside, in the secret spaces of the heart? That's a deep one to think about. Thanks so much for diving into this verse with me.